Hello everybody, good day to you all. The day I'm talking about Sex Appeal is the Hulu original movie. The actors and the actors, no, the movie is directed by Talia Alston, and the actors starring in it are, you got Micah Abdallah and Jake Short and many others to the cast here. In the movie here, you're pretty much following this girl named Avery, who's played by Micah, and she is a A student. Top of her class when it comes to academics. She's killing it. She already knows what school she's going to. Everything's going fantastic. She also competes in these science fair type of commission competitions where she always wins. She always top of the class. She's a reigning champ right now. And so, but this time the competition pretty much says, okay, this time they want the people to come up with a strategy that helps them out in their personal lives. Now, usually she kills it and anything else, but her personal life is where she lacks. Because she's never been out on a date. She doesn't go to parties. She rarely interacts with anybody inside the school, so she doesn't really have a lot of friends. And she only has one friend named Larson, who's played by Jake Short. And Larson he's in love with her. And he took a shot. He tried to pretty much try to pursue a relationship with her. She shut him down. So from then on, they were just friends. And so the prom's coming up, school about to end, and so he's trying to talk to this girl he likes, and she interrupts it because she wants to start a sex act. And because she's good at academic, and because she's good at everywhere else, she wants to be good at sex as well too. And so she's going to create a sex app. She interviews like her parents, her moms, get advice from them. She also get advice from her peers or from friends like that too. And then she tries out all these little acts on her friend Larson, who he thought he was over her, but because of these interactions, because of all these things that they're doing together, feelings are starting to reemerge, and that's when things get a little weird and crazy from then on. Now, overall, let's start off with before I get into the good stuff, let's start with the bad. The bad part about the movie is, I know we have a lot of bad things to say, because it was a pleasant surprise. I'm not saying every joke in here actually works for me, and it made me bust out laughing, but it wasn't like too over the top, because it could be like raunchy for raunchy's sake. And this is the sex joke after sex joke after sex joke with no substance in it at all. Now, it didn't quite do that. So I don't really have any like huge complaints. Like I said, every joke in here didn't like land for me, but because it didn't work for me, it might not work for you. So it's like a negative and not negative at the same time. So let's move on to the good stuff. The good part is it doesn't follow the exact same procedure like a lot of these movies do. And I thought it was going to go a certain way, and it didn't do that in the end. And I really do appreciate that. Because it could have just followed the same tropes you always see all the time, and it does have some of those things in there, but it doesn't like completely like go by that. So you don't exactly see exactly where it's going to go, but you get an idea of what's going to happen, something like that. The relationship between Avery and Lawson, and you got Micah and Jake playing together, I really did enjoy their chemistry on screen, and so all the interactions, even though it might be a little bit over the top and a little bit weird, felt real to me. I really did believe it. I like the relationship Avery had with her moms. With her three moms, and I really enjoyed the actors there too as well. Cause a lot of them were comedic actors or actually comedians, and so watching them like do their thing, but like at the same time, it wasn't like too over the top. Because a lot of times when you have a comedic actor in there or a comedian in there, they kind of play a certain thing, they kind of amp it up to the point where it's like unbelievable. But it actually did feel kind of real a little bit too, even though like unrealistic, but it's also real at the same time. It kind of kept that balance all the way through. And it had other characters in here as well, but they mostly like for background or mostly like for jokes a little bit. So they didn't really focus on too much of the students too much, even though she was interacting with them for information. Most of them just doing like little bits here and there. But overall, I had fun watching the movie. I really had fun watching this movie. Like I said, it's not the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's not going to blow you away or anything like that too. But I was pleasantly surprised. Because it could have been like extra, like I said, extra raunchy for raunchy's sake. This a one dirty joke after one dirty joke. Look at us. Look at this other dirty joke here. This other dirty joke here. But no substance or balance behind it to pretty much balance it out. They have a real story to it. And we don't even connect to any of the characters because they just try to make jokes all the time. So you really do like enjoy the chemistry, like I said, the chemistry between Avery and Lawson and watching their journey and watching their friendship, how it grows from there. And the mistakes that go along with it from starting this whole sex act in the first place, and watching Avery learn more about herself because she thought she had everything together, but realizing, oh, I know nothing. Yeah, and watching her learn that, and then something about herself, and then try to become better. The person, it's quite great. So overall, I say check the movie out. I recommend it. You might have a whole lot of fun watching it, or not. I don't know, but it's on Hulu. You want to check it out, watch it many times you want to. And give me a grade. I'm gonna give it a C. But even though I'm giving it a C, it's still, I think it's still a fun movie to watch. So check it out for yourself. So like I always say, give my dream in my life. I am the Ninja Rabbit. And also give the channel a little like too. I really appreciate it. Peace out, peoples.